what's up? Joey Gucciardo of the Neutral Zone for the UNB Network doing another Around the NHL podcast. This is the first one on YouTube. Anyway, we have an interesting story to talk about here. The New York Islanders fired head coach Jack Capuano today after the team actually had a great performance yesterday against Boston. They won 4-0. And there's some really interesting components here. And Elliot Friedman, NHL insider Elliot Friedman, says that Steven Stamkos, yes, Steven Stamkos may have had a big part of this firing. So they fired him today. Doug Waite was named interim head coach. Capuano said the firing of the head coach goes all the way back to the summer of 2016 when the Tampa Bay Lightning actually re-signed Steven Stamkos. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what does Steven Stamkos even have to do with this? This is totally irrelevant to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Well, if Elliot Friedman said, obviously this is true. He is one of the greatest players in the league right now. But the Islanders were making a big push for him in the offseason, which is true. NHL insider E.J. Hradek actually added on that's why the Islanders didn't push to re-sign Kyle Okposo to the very end when he signed with the Buffalo Sabres, because they were focused so much on signing Steven Stamkos. That was their plan. And then Freeman said that Stamkos signing with the Lightning created what he called a domino effect for the Islanders, since they had planned on signing Steven Stamkos and had basically guaranteed themselves signing him. When he signed with Tampa Bay, the Islanders' plans went all out the window, and this domino effect, so-called, eventually led to the Capuano being relieved of his coaching duties today. E.J. Hradek said the signing of Casey Cizikas was also part of the domino effect. Friedman said that Capuano also has a chance of becoming the first head coach of NHL's new Las Vegas franchise, the Vegas Golden Knights, who debut next season. He said they could be looking for a coach soon, and that Capuano could soon be on their radar. Now, I mentioned they had a great performance yesterday. The Islanders, who have advanced to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs last season for the first time, I believe, since 1993. They're 17-8. And they're last in the Eastern Conference and the Metropolitan Division. They did defeat Boston 4-0 yesterday, and what I feel created a state of wonder for many people, as Capuano was fired the day after a good performance by the team. Freeman had actually said that Stamkos actually had plenty of options like the Islanders. The Toronto Maple Leafs were a great option, as E.J. Hradek had added on that Toronto was a well-respected organization. You know, they have a good following, a good well-respected team with a good front office. But Stamkos chose Tampa Bay, and it shook up the Islanders' plans and created this so-called domino effect. Now, a little bit about Capuano. He has a record of 227, 191, and 64 in 482 games. He's coached the Islanders since November 15, 2010, after Scott Gordon was fired. He had served as an assistant coach with the Islanders in 2005-06 and coached the Islanders AHL team Bridgeport in the American Hockey League from 2007-08 until he was promoted. The Islanders had back-to-back 100-point seasons under Capuano in 2014-15 and 15-16. They defeated the Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference first round last spring for their first Stanley Cup playoff series win since 1993. In the 2014-15 season, they played the Washington Capitals in the first round, and I think they lost in 7 games. He's had 3 playoff appearances with this team. So it's a little shock. You know, I feel like Islander fans feel, coming from a New York Rangers fan here, I know you might not want to listen to me, Islander fans, but I feel a lot of Islander fans think that this was a lot worse than it really was. You had 3 playoff appearances with this guy. You made it to the second round for the first time since 1993 with this guy as your head coach. I really don't think there's much to freak out about how bad it was with him and everything. I mean, every single year the guy's been on the hot seat. After every season, in the middle of every season. Recently, ever since he was head coach, no Islanders season, I feel, has been complete unless this guy was on the hot seat. You gotta admit that, because because all these rumors of him being fired and now he's finally been relieved of his duties. I feel this was coming for a long time. That's just coming from me. Anyway, that does it for this podcast episode of Around the NHL. So, for the Neutral Zone and the UNB Network, I'm Joey Gucciardo. See you soon.